originally on the Netflix streaming service from 2016 through 2018 for 2 seasons of 26 episodes, was that of Luke Cage. After an experiment which gave Luke Cage super strength and stamina with nearly unbreakable skin, he later becomes a fugitive, eventually settling in Harlem of New York City and lives a quiet life. However, his past comes back to him and he has no other choice but to confront what had occurred to him in his past, to naturally defend the new life that he has in Harlem, as well as the people he has met. The concept for a modern adaptation with the comic character of Luke Cage dates back to 2013 when Marvel Studios reacquired the rights for film or television adaptations of the character from Sony Pictures Entertainment on Columbia Pictures, after their own plans for Luke Cage come from Columbia Pictures originating in 2003. Adopting Luke Cage for film or television was something that divided producers because up until that time the character of Luke Cage was rarely used in Marvel Comics, and only from the early 2000s had the character been updated from his early 1970s vague origins. Through circumstances, Mike Coulter was hired to portray Luke Cage, and Joe Hidari Coker was the main force behind production of the series. Mike Coulter specifically desired to portray Luke as an educated black man who thought through situations rather than automatically resort to force with solving problems or dealing with people. One of the most visible changes in the 2016 adaptation was the fact that Luke's attire was that of a hooded sweatshirt for most of the series. While being an interesting yet casual approach for the New York City-based setting, it was also a discreet reference to Trayvon Martin, a youth of African descent who was killed through police brutality in 2012, as well as references to Black Lives Matter throughout the series. When aired, the series was reacted to positively due to the innovation and direction of Joe Hidari Coker, and Mike Coulter's performance was reacted to as well. Even the entire concept of the series was actually more of a success than Netflix had originally anticipated it were to have been. As a result of the success, plans for a 3rd season of the series were tragically abandoned. Sometimes a character can be forgotten because they were of vague origins, with a modern adaptation being highly innovative and more of a success than they were expected to have been.